Well, hi, Andrew Bell coming to you today from what continues to be an extraordinary market here on the Gold Coast. A recent example of our market is the 21 residential properties that we put to auction on the 8th of April, which saw an incredible 86% success rate by the end of that auction day. And while I understand we are the most experienced auction company on the Gold Coast, and one would expect perhaps to deliver those sort of results, they are by no means anything short of incredible and well ahead of what's happening in Sydney and Melbourne at the moment. We've actually sold a couple of the properties since, and so we're just shy of 100% success rate. And that was backed up the following Saturday with two other on-site auctions, both selling under the hammer. What an incredible market. Well, it's no surprise that people are asking how long can this market continue at this pace. As I address that, I'm delighted to be able to show you one of the most remarkable properties in Australia, 290 Coleman Road, Coomera. It's an Australian home of our sporting icon, Mick Doohan and his wife, and it has been their family home for 25 years. So whilst you're looking through, I'll share some thoughts about the ongoing market. The last time we saw a market anything like this was after the 1987 black market stock market crash that led to people taking their money out of the stock market and injecting it into the real estate market. The sort of price rises we are seeing now are not dissimilar. For example, March saw the strongest jump in our house prices, coming in at 2.8% in just 1 month, and that's the highest since October 1987. At that time, the surge of money out of the stock market created massive buyer demand, and credit was made cheap to stimulate consumer demand to support the shock to the economy. Sound familiar? We have, of course, had other booms since. We had the mining boom in the late 90s and into the early parts of 2000s. This created a flood of wealth that led to strong buyer demand for real estate. We'll all remember hearing about regional mining towns building at the rate of knot and the massive demand for rental accommodation that stimulated investor activity. Some overcooking and some government intervention with tampering to capital gains tax brought that to an end. After the start of the financial crisis in 2008, the government again tried to stimulate our economy, and we particularly saw stimulation coming from population growth through the relaxing of the immigration laws at the time, which saw a rise in the Chinese interest in Australia. A fall in interest rates and some relaxation of the FIRB laws facilitated the then boom. And here we are again in a real estate boom. And for me, much of it can be justified here on the Gold Coast because of the overcorrection in prices post the financial crisis that the Gold Coast never really fully recovered from. It really is interesting that this boom, unlike the two previous, has been driven by owner-occupiers and not by investors and foreign purchasers. As I've said on many occasions, this is a COVID-driven market. Borders were closed, there was great concerns about living high-density population centres such as capital cities, and it triggered a rapid and very large reassessment of everyone's lifestyle. It started the migration from capital cities to regional locations. People wanted to buy lifestyle homes, and so there's been an enormous amount of repositioning. Money's cheap, the lowest interest rate in the country's history. Holiday homes are in strong demand, as were caravans and boats and cars and the like. It's been one of the greatest spending splurges in the country's history. We have tried to stimulate everything, including first home buyers, who have seen the biggest grant in the country's history. Here we were hit with unprecedented buying demand at a time when stock levels of property were tight, and so the fundamentals of real estate clicked in once again. Short supply, strong demand, and so prices have shot up. Can this continue forever? Well, no, and certainly not at this level. We've had that burst of buyer demand released some 6 months ago, and with time, every person who wanted to buy will have bought. And eventually, we will get back to normal. However, we will find that the whole attitude to real estate has changed. A new appreciation of how important the home you live in is. And it's more than just investment, it's where you live and when you enjoy life. The re-evaluation of where I live will continue as people can work more effectively from home and so on. And whilst our economy continues to go from strength to strength, we will have more prosperity to support home purchases. There will be winners and losers, and the Gold Coast is the #1 go-to location of Australia. And so whilst things undoubtedly will ease and go back to some more sustainable growth, we will have every reason to be confident that buyer demand will hold at levels that will support our real estate market. The only thing to be wary of is the awful X factor, something nationally or internationally that might just set things apart and have some dramatic effect on consumer confidence. Otherwise, we've got everything in our favour and the market is going exceptionally well. Well, I certainly hope you've enjoyed seeing this remarkable home. Let me just highlight a couple of its features. It's 18 hectares, can you believe that? 180,000 square metres of your own oasis here on the Gold Coast. Undoubtedly one of the largest private allotments, not only here on the Gold Coast, but most parts of Australia. There's prime direct riverfront, northeast allotment with 360-degree views. Stunning outlook over the Coomera and Pimpama rivers to Surfers Paradise, the Broadwater and South Stradbroke Island. The river frontage has approximately 628 metres of river and there's skyline and hinterland views. 6-car garage, 5 ensuite bedrooms, a large entertaining area, gym, wine cellar and movie room. A 500 square metre man cave with fully equipped bar and 4 offices on the mezzanine level and an outside 400 square metre concrete landing area. Now that's ideal for cars and jet skis and boats and helicopters. There's a 20-metre wet edge pool with a cabana. Oh my goodness, it's incredible. Future development potential, we'd hate to see the home go, but with that size parcel of land in such a prime area, it's certainly an option for the future. Now for private inspections, there's only one person to ring and that's Jackson Ramo on 0438 451 112 or his colleague Michael Willems on 0412 240 176. This will be an Expressions of Interest campaign which closes on the 12th of May. Well, it's been a real treat. This is a home that's really got legendary status about it, not only here on the Gold Coast but all over the country. Privileged to be able to show it to you today. I'll be back with you in a fortnight's time. Look forward to sharing some more news.